So a lot of people ask me what is in a top level gaming PC, and this is one of those PCs. So I thought I'd show you around this one and explain why the bits are so good and what they can do and what you can expect if you were to get a PC like this. So this one has a Core i9-12900KF and an RTX 3080 Ti, and it's built inside a Lian Li PC-L11 Dynamic Evo Pure White tower case. So you've got top end specs inside, top end in terms of aesthetics, and we've done a lot of little things on the inside to make it look even better compared to what you might get if you get like a normal black ARGB fans in a case like this. So we'll go through the specs on the inside and I'll tell you what this kind of PC is capable of. The Core i9 in this one is the 12th gen 12900KF processor. The graphics card is an RTX 3080 Ti, and this is a Gigabyte Vision overclock graphics card to match the rest of the case because it is white with a little bit of an aluminium finish on top. Locky really wanted the Dominator RAM. So we've got the Corsair Dominator 32 gig, it's 3600 megahertz and it's got 4 sticks. That's also in white to match the case. The motherboard is pretty special in my opinion. It's the Asus ROG Strix Z690A Wi-Fi D4. So this comes with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5. This is the best motherboard you can get if you want a white Intel motherboard and you want DDR4 RAM, which I'm still recommending because DDR5 is not giving any benefits to 99% of people that are buying it. So if you go for DDR4, you'll save about $400 or $500 on the PC at least, and you'll get near enough the same outcome. So go for DDR4, and if you want a white motherboard, there aren't any white DDR5 Asus motherboards out just yet. Now you've seen this cooler a lot of times in our videos. It's the Z73 NZXT Kraken. The Z means it's got an LCD screen on the front that you can see just here. So at the minute we're just showing the CPU temperature. It says it's at 12 degrees, but nothing's happening because the PC is just idling. You're generally going to find that this liquid cooler is good enough to cool the processor down to about mid-70s while you're going full blast in a game. You're not going to have any issues of overheating. It's not going to hit 85, for example. It's still going to be running full blast no matter what you're doing. So in a lot of these PCs, you find us using the white braided sleeved cables because it looks nice and neat, but if you want a little bit of extra light in there, you can go for something like these. This is the Lian Li Strimer Plus ARGB cables. There will be new versions of the cables coming out soon, but I'm still really happy with this edition, the V2. They look great. They're programmable, so they're going to copy whatever you put on the ARGB settings of the motherboard. So on this motherboard, since it's an Asus, you're going to use Armoury Crate. If you open up Armoury Crate and you select the addressable LED strip on the list of parts there, you're going to be able to control the Lian Li Strimers, the fans, and you can match up the color. At the minute, we've of course got everything set to white because it looks nice and clean, and that's the kind of look that Locky's going for. But you can change them to blue, pink, purple, rainbow, whatever you want to do. You can also control them with the controller, which is hidden at the back side of the case. So if you take off the back panel, there's a little Lian Li controller there, and you can change the colors using that if you want to use some of the preset options that are on there. And that's where you get the modes where you've got the LEDs flashing through the LED strips. And my recommendation, if you want to finish off this case properly, is to get Lian Li fans. So you have two options if you want to get Lian Li fans. You've got the AL120s or the SL120s. You do also have a few other options that are a bit more basic, where the blades of the fan light up only. You don't have any LEDs on the outside. You can get those as well, but if you want to go for the more premium look and kind of the fans that are designed for these cases, go for the AL120 or the SL120. The SL120 is what you can see here. These are the most popular Lian Li fans that we use because they look the most unique. There's no other fans out there that have this kind of hexagon shape on the LEDs. They're really cool. They're my favorite fans, and I reckon they look really good even in NZXT cases, for example. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit different, go for those fans on any of your PCs. You don't want to use them on a cheaper PC. So if you're spending even less than $2,500, don't use the SL120s because a full set can be about $400 or $500 depending on what kind of case you're using. And to finish off Locky's PC, we're using the 2TB Samsung 980 Pro, which is as good as it gets, really. It's a 7GB per second read speed SSD. It's a Gen 4 SSD. That's going to be a little bit overkill for any of you guys that are pretty much just playing games, so I wouldn't bother spending the extra money if you're going to be playing games only. Even if you're streaming, don't bother. If you're going for high-end video editing or certain workstation tasks, even some 3D modeling programs, then you will actually benefit from using a Gen 4 SSD like this. If you're just playing games, for example, even if it's COD Warzone or a game that has a big map to load, you'll never see a difference between a Gen 3 and a Gen 4 SSD. Even a SATA SSD is going to do 99% of what you're expecting, rather than going for a Gen 4, and it'll save you a lot of money. So if you're looking for a PC that's say $2,500 or less, just go for a 1TB Crucial P1 or similar. because you're not going to max out the capabilities of that SSD, and a 2TB 980 Pro is just not worth your money. If you're looking for your own custom computer, just like Lockie was, just have a chat to me and I'll work something out for you. You can call 1300-689-782 or message me anytime on Facebook or Instagram, or check out cataclysm.com.au, go to the custom PCs section, fill out the form there, and I'll get in touch with you. I'll build the PC around your needs and budget, and there are unlimited styles to choose from.